Hey everybody, really hot day today. It's Thursday. I'm going to show you all this stuff I found yesterday. I basically wanted to check a couple locations in Vancouver and ended up finding a bunch of scrap behind just, you know, like old commercial buildings that are ready for demolition. And, you know, I did one, there was a bunch of signs saying no dumping, and I seen mattresses there, and boom, I got 2 flat screen TVs. Went to another building, same thing, mattresses on the ground. I got a bed frame, I got a DVD player, and then something else, a couple a light shade and a few things. And then went behind the building, and I found there was a bunch of tires there, like so many tires. Someone dropped off a couple of aluminum wheels, mags, and also 2 steel mags. So I was super happy about that. No tires on them, so just perfect. Just dumped in the alley there. Then I got 4 computer towers. 2 look like they've been mostly stripped out. Just got the motherboards. And then the other ones look like there might be some stuff there, but we'll see. Still pretty good. And then I found a couple of VCRs, a DVD player, another location. I seen a washing machine I couldn't get, but I know where it is, so I can always pop back and get it again. So people are just dumping this stuff everywhere. You know, even though they have return areas, people just, you know, it's a hassle. That's why, you know, I offer a pickup service. If you have any e-waste you don't want, anything scrap metal e-waste, we'll pick it up. Because saves on, you know, we get rid of all your e-waste, some of your scrap metal. What else, you know, we can do for you? So, anyways, show you what I found yesterday. So far, I found, like I say, 5 flat screens yesterday, and I found I got 5 the day before at that crack house. So 10 flat screen TVs in 2 days, and probably about 15 computers. Some are complete, some are missing a few parts, but that's okay. Still got the motherboards, which is good. And the end result is still have scrap metal, so that's good. Okay, so what we'll do is we'll show you the loot. And also, like I say, I found a car battery yesterday too. I was driving by, I saw a big parking lot, and I said, hey, it looks like a battery. Drove right next to the light standard. It was a car battery. So that's awesome. When you can find car batteries, and you know, especially at 40 cents a pound, adds up pretty quick. So you got like easy $10-12 battery. So that's pretty good. Okay, we'll unload in a few minutes. We'll show you. Okay, stay tuned. Okay, here's my haul from yesterday. All those light fixture, no ballasts except I found this one last night. Frame, 5 flat screen TVs. I got a gas pressure washer at work. It looks like it might be working if it's not seized. The electric one, vacuum, got a microwave, a printer. Got some VCRs, a couple DVD players, just all e-waste scrap. I got 4 computers, but look like they've been taken apart mostly. Motherboard is there, but it's missing the chip, and the RAM is missing, and some have other stuff missing. So it's been all kind of doctored up. Just a little more complete, got a DVD drive in it, but it's all been taken apart. A floppy in there, car battery, 2 aluminum wheels, happy with that, they're really heavy. And I got a water cooler. These are other mags here I got. So that's a good haul. Those are heavy, they're about 25 pounds each. So pretty good haul, happy about that. Just gotta start processing some of the stuff, but I'm getting rid of the plastic right now. All that plastic is gonna go. Okay. This metal will be gone anyways. Just once my truck is, I pull some stuff out. We'll do that today, and I'll load my truck up. Okay. This cleanup house that I did. I still gotta clean it up, but I took the metal that day. All these bicycle wheels came from there. All I'm gonna do is gonna cut the spokes and I got clean aluminum on the outer rim. The rest will be going to shred. I got a bunch of hard drives. This came off a server. You got the big pins, gold plating on that one, heavy. Power supply. Here's another type of board. Something else. Bunch of chips on there and stuff. Motor fans. On the cars. Here's a garage door opener. Motor. Power supply. Another motor. That's battery packs are in here. The battery pack here. I got a battery, transformer, and the light. Some electronics. Like an Xbox or something like that. A PlayStation. Keyboard. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 with CPUs. One's missing. It's actually 6 CPUs. Some other stuff. A bunch of wire and stuff I got there also. Bicycle parts. A hedger. This type of stuff I'm just gonna sell to the scrapyard. Not worth taking apart. Not enough material in there. Here's that server rack I was telling you about. The CPUs are gone. The power supplies went there. I got both. So someone took most of the RAM out. Well, there's one low RAM card there, but most of it's all gone. There's a sealed unit. Another mortar and a dolly. Aluminum stop sign. I grabbed this for 10 also, but also I'm taking the mirror off for my truck. It's the same type of mirror in case I ever need one that gets broken. All these TVs I got there for that house. Another compressor. These are all the bike frames. Well, I got an aluminum door over there too, the door. But these are all aluminum frames, so I may take out the center part and then cut the odd spot that's metal off. So that's all aluminum there, so I got to clean that up. It might be worth it, we'll see. Depends what they pay, because they'll pay about 55 cents clean versus probably 12 cents or less. Last time I took a mortar, like not a mortar but a tranny or something, they only gave me 6 cents a pound, which is ridiculous. So I'll have to confirm on this stuff. If they paid me 24 cents, they may sell it the way it is, but it's hard to say. Another frame here. So all these frames aluminum. It's good. So I took some e-waste from my house. I'm trying to clean up my yard. So I took this from my house, that's from my house. This I'm going to sort it out, put some of it in the shred. And then here's the metal. This is all shred now. So by the time I put my pile, all the shades in there, all that other metal there, and I'm going to whack a bunch of TVs apart today because they're pretty fast and pretty easy. And I'll throw them in there. Maybe I'll take a few things here and there off, right? Over here, I just kept this piece because I want the switches here. Some of these stoves got really thick switch, silver contacts. Some are really, really thick. Not all of them, but most of the better brands have nice switches. They're really thick. So these could be crappy. We don't know, but I'm going to try anyways. I'm going to separate it, then throw that other piece away. This stuff came with the apartment building, mostly clean aluminum. I'm going to separate that. I may take a load tomorrow. I got a few car batteries. I got those aluminum wheels. I got to keep moving stuff because otherwise you'll be tripping over the stuff forever. So right now prices are high. It's very advisable to sell your copper brass right now. Well, copper's dropped quite a bit. It's down about 60 cents in the last month. So it's really, really dropping, and no one knows where the bottom is. It could be $2 a pound by the time it's over with. Don't know. This one I'll pop the Bellas off because that's 10 cents a pound. They're probably about 6-7 pounds. So $1.50 just for those 2 ballasts, right? A couple of wire on the end. Printers are not really worth it, but some printers I noticed they have a really nice board in there. Got a few motors and stuff, but some have a really good board. Until I know all the printers properly, the right brands, I'm going to keep taking them. As long as they're kind of heavy, they look good. If they're really light, forget it, probably not that good. But if they're pretty heavy, you might be okay. And even these have to process. These are all copper on the end, right? So, you know, it's a lot of progress. This gas pressure washer here, it's not seized. So what I might do is pump tires in, see if I get started. If not, I may take the flea market and just dump it for what, $40 or $30, $20, whatever. I get a little more than scrap anyways, but it may still be good. So what happens is, like, I have Weed Eater brand new here. I'm trying to get my grass cut here. It's been sitting, you know, 3 or 4 years in my garage with no gas in it, but I stuck some older gas in it. Still can't start it, right? So it doesn't even spark, turn over, nothing. So that's the problem with these tools. You know, it's brand new, but they're hard to start after a while. That's what problems. Everybody chucks them away. You know, you find them on the side of the road, you're thinking, hey, it's broken. No, it's not. It's just been sitting too long. Maybe the carburetor's plugged up. If you have a little time, you know a little bit about, you know, cleaning carburetors, you could get yourself a good Weed Eater, right? But anyways, I scrapped so many for spring cleanup. I must have had about at least 20 gas ones and about 30 electric ones, and I just basically threw them. Even electric ones got a very tiny motor. Like this looks so heavy and impressive, but there's really nothing in here. Tiny motor. By the time you break all the plastic and then get all that waste, you get a motor about this big, and all it is just 25-30 cents or 50 cents of copper if you're lucky. So not worth it. So all those type of things, low copper bearing motors. If the motor's out already, okay. If it's not, it's in a product like this, I'm just gonna scrap it the way it is. Pointless. Like these drills, like that drill, I'm gonna scrap. The pump I'm gonna scrap. It's not heavy to start with, so how do you get copper out of there if it's not that heavy, right? Some of this dirty aluminum, like I say, it's not really worth much, but if I can clean it up, I will. If I can't, forget it. These, I'll take the conditioners, I'll see if the batteries are in there. If I could take it out, take the batteries, because I have 3 car batteries. I have a couple of pieces of lead kicking around. If I can get the batteries of those, I can maybe make another load, right? But the computers, I'm very happy. That's made my days, computers. You know, because when I'm getting 5 more C chips, and look at all the RAM in here. Look at that, it's beautiful. See that RAM? I understand why all these computers have the side panel missing. Most of the computers are complete. Like, why are the panels missing? People look inside it, or looking for certain parts, possibly. I don't know. But this came up, like I say, that crack house. You know, there's going to be, you know, a gold fingers, you know, and a few things, power supply. But I'll pop the board out. It will take only about 10 minutes, and I'll throw it into the shred. So it may take a load of shred tomorrow morning. Hard to say. I like to take a load today, which I might do, because I'm constantly getting metal all the time. You know, as soon as I put one piece of metal in my truck, I turn around, my truck's full. It's just takes one piece to make the load starting. It seems like that's how my luck is going. I got one flat screen. I got 5 for one house. Found 2 on the side of the road. Found another one in the alley, and found 2 in another alley. So I got 10 like that in the last 3 days. And the big one's got a nice board in there, so they're really worth taking apart. And plus, the whole frame here is metal anyways, so you got shred material, and then you got your other stuff, right? Okay, and it's time to move on here. I'll show you more as we progress. Another full load. I'm gonna take that back. A little bit of everything in there. A few things I'm gonna clean that up and throw that in. A couple things I'll throw in. Then I'm gonna dump that load. All this metal I'm gonna throw in too. I'll let you know what the weight is on this. Looks pretty good. I'd say at least over a ton. That stovetop I told you about. Remember I told you about the contacts? I mean, they're not bad. If you can see the contacts there. See there? You know, not super big, but you know, it's still silver, so you know, best that you save them, right? Those ones in muriatic acid, they'll just dissolve, or if you heat it up, usually the solder will melt off the connection, and then the piece will fall off. But muriatic acid does wonders, so that's the way of doing it. It'll eat up all the solder like nothing, and probably eventually the copper. So anyways, that's why I'm saving these, you know, until I have a whole bunch, and to see if it's worth it or not. But any amount of silver is still silver, right? So just start stacking them. I got probably at least I would say 100 or more of these, at least maybe 150 of these. Every stove's got at least 4, sometimes 5. Okay, that's my feeling about that. So it's definitely worth saving. Okay, we're at the scrapyard. Wow, a lot of material here. A lot of material there. Wow, look at all the appliances. People are rushing to bring stuff in here because prices are dropping. So if you don't start scrapping stuff now, you're just gonna have a problem. I found some alternator on the side of the road. Wow, it's pretty busy here. 2 trucks waiting this line here. Picked a crappy time to do it. There's an alternator on the side of the road here last time. Bigger and bigger. Actually, they're actually putting water on it, so it's not a fire hazard. Look at the amount of scrap. Unbelievable. Wow. Oh, alternator's there. I'm gonna grab it. It's been there already for about a week since I've been here last. Might as well do some scrapping in the scrapyard. It's a public road here, so alternator. There's even copper wire here. Look. Scrap at the scrapyard. The copper wire. Look at the amount of metal there. It's just, you can just visualize what I'm seeing here. You don't see it in this camera too good, but I'll tell you, there's a lot of metal there. Unbelievable. It's getting bigger and bigger. We've got all open wedge here. There's the only place I can dump there is where that road is on the end there. I dump. You can see there, the little pile there. Really wet there. Sprinklers are going good. I want to show you all this aluminum here. Stainless steel, aluminum. Look at that pile there. Unbelievable. Just huge piles of material there. We get all soaking wet here, so it's okay. Nice and cool. We get a full load over there on that side. Wire stuff in there, aluminum. Wow, this got a lot of material on this stuff here. Okay, well, the prices are dropping big time, so I got 150 a ton for steel there, or mixed steel anyways. So I had like just over 2,800 pounds mixed tin, mostly tin of course, but anyways, the prices, like I say, are dropping. Now it's the time to get in there and start selling your material, otherwise you're going to be stuck a bunch of material at real cheap prices, because it seems to be people are flooding them, but right now bringing so much tin in there just because they're worried about all these tariffs and all that. So ideally, if you got a lot of tin,
watching the iScrap app there yesterday, every Wednesday, the iScrap app. They were talking about copper dropped like 50 cents in basically in about 3 weeks, dropped 50-60 cents. That's American. So that really affected us, because right now I believe copper might only be $3 right now for bright. Hopefully, it's hard to say. I haven't checked yet, but I know it was 208 before for number one copper. So and that was and it dropped 10 cents, so it's got to be around 290, 295 for number one. So anyways, like they were saying in the iScrap app, is do you want to, like your tin, you know, up and down, you know, 2-3 cents here and there, right? Do you want to wait, you know, wait here for $5, $10 more a ton, and you got to unload it in your yard, then you have to load it back in your truck. Your time is worth money, you know what I'm saying? So why would you want to just keep moving the stuff around? I can see if you pick up something, then you drop it, take stuff out of it to gain more money. But if you're dropping metal just because you're dropping it and you want to wait for prices higher, it's a gamble, man. If you have like hundreds of tons, I can see, but if you got, you know, 5-10 tons, you know, it's only going to be like, you know, 50, 100 bucks difference, you know, it's not worth it. But I feel, you know, like I always did, is as soon as you have a good item that someone wants, the best thing is to sell it, because when that person gets that item, they don't want that item no more. They already have it, they're not going to give you top dollar. It's like in everything, like collectibles. They used to deal in bottles. You got a rare bottle, someone offers you a high price, all of a sudden more get found, no one wants it. Once the collectors have certain things, or the scrapyard has too much scrap, and their connections are drying up, they're going to say, well, we're going to pay you 80 bucks a ton. You know what I'm saying? At 150 a ton, which I get probably a bit better rates, but they're paying usually around 140 a ton right now. At 140 a ton, that's good money. I remember went as low as 30 and 40 a ton. There was metal everywhere, no one wants it, right? But that's kind of how it is, you know? Even right now, like I went out yesterday, people are just dumping metal, good metal, like battery on the side of a road, or a couple aluminum wheels they dumped in anywhere just to get rid of junk. People don't care. It's a matter of, you know, there's people that think this stuff's worth nothing because they don't know, or they don't really care. They just want to get rid of it. And most guys in Surrey, what they do is they leave everything on the edge of the curb. When you see something on the edge of the curb, you know it's basically fair game, right? It's there. But instead of them throwing it in the garbage or paying someone to get rid of a washer and dryer, they'll leave it aside the road. If you're lucky enough to come across it, you get yourself maybe 15-20 bucks or more in scrap. But if you take out the mortars, and the mortars are copper, then you get a little more bonus, a little bit of wire, whatever, a few switches. But you know, if you're gonna keep processing, you know, loading your truck on and off, and what I do is I usually I'll load my van up, which doesn't take that much anyways. I'll fill my yard, then when I have a good load, I'll throw it on top of my load. Like that's what I did. I can see that's sensible, but I'm not going to take my van for $25-30 of metal. It's not worth it, right? So all I'll do is just unload it. Some metals are going to process. It means I can take wire out of there, you know, upgrade the scrap to better money, right? Anyways, I think your best bet is, like I say, look at your stockpile of whatever you have. Just get rid of it. If you have to, get rid of it. You don't seem to care, let it sit. But I'm thinking we don't know where the bottom is right now. If copper might drop to $2 a pound, which that may be the realistic price right now, because of supply and demand. I know there's a slowdown in China. You know, they got all these cities, ghost cities basically, full built high rises. No one's even living in it. No one can afford them, and they're just actually falling apart. They're sitting there, and they're just, if you don't maintain something, this starts disintegrating. And the constructions are real shady construction. They're slapped together cheap enough, fast as possible, cheapest materials, just to suck someone in there to buy it for investment. They don't care if anybody lives there. No one cares. It's just a matter of selling it and making a dollar. Anyways, just go in there and look at your excuse me, look at your scrap pile, decide on what you think you can get rid of. Right now, all your mortars, copper mortars, I would hold off, because prices here in Canada is like 10 cents a pound, 10 to 14 cents a pound But I remember it used to be 25-30 cents a pound. So you got decent mortars, just hold on to them for now or take them apart yourself. That's your best bet, is to process it yourself. Otherwise, you want to sell it for dirt cheap, you might as well throw in a shred pile, because for between 8 cents and 10 cents, no difference, not worth taking it out, right? It's my point of view. Anyways, I'm going to keep moving on here. We'll show you more as we keep progressing. Stay tuned. It's aluminum wheels here. So what I'm going to do is just take a side cutter like this. I'm going to cut them off like that, one at a time. Instead of taking them to shred, you know, I can spend a couple minutes on each one. And I got a clean wheel. Not really that heavy, but like I say, whatever I can process just keeps the value in the country. It doesn't get sent overseas. It stays in North America. Versus if I don't clean this, you know where it's going. It's going down some other country where they're going to separate it by machines. Here it is. It's all clean. I'd say maybe half a pound for sure. Just like that. Nice and clean. Throw in the pile. Okay, it took me about, well, I had the cutter was getting really hard on my hands. Some are real thick and some are thinner, but anyways, I used the bolt cutter on a couple, but this is all it clean right now. This one here has got a some sort of, could be like a stainless steel insert. I'm not sure. It's not magnetic, I don't think, but the magnet I got is kind of big, but those are totally clean. That one's pretty clean too, but there's a couple spots in there that are rolling around because it's a bigger wheel, so I'm gonna have to cut that in half. But these ones, like I say, they may get me for stainless steel or aluminum with some stainless steel contamination, so I'm not sure on that one, but those are all clean. Okay, I'm gonna start cutting these frames apart. Hopefully I got a good bit in my truck. If I got a good bit, I'm just gonna cut it from here, here, and here, and then cut the fork if I need to. And then there's a screw here. I'll take the screw off, and that'll be aluminum. I'm just gonna get a processed there, anyways. Just gotta keep moving the stuff here. It's just too much junk here. This kind of stuff here, I don't want to keep it laying around because bums will come here and then jump the fence and try to steal crap. But there's nothing really of value here, so. All this stuff here, like the computers, I'm gonna get them all tonight. And there'll be just a bunch of empty cases and a little bit of scrap here. Same with TV sets. I'm gonna do that, take them apart quickly, take the boards out. The rest of the stuff is junk here, so, but this way, if I process this, it keeps my yard clean, and then I'm always turning stuff over. There's no point sitting on this jar of garbage, you know what I'm saying? The faster you move it, you know, the better it is, makes more room. Okay, so processed aluminum frames. All I did is cut the crank out. Now I got clean. It's all clean here now. Ready to go. Instead of getting like 12 cents a pound, I'm getting my 50-60 cents a pound. Here's the dirty aluminum. I could sell this probably for like 12 cents a pound. Sell these together. This one, I think my brother might want the fork or something, but anyways, dirty. So, pays the process, right? It didn't take me long. Little sawzall blade, that's it, bang, done. So I'll take all this, it's aluminum clean. My scrap metal tin. I'll take this door, it's dirty, so I'll throw the cranks and stuff with the door. And then I'll just take it all in one shot, right? Okay, let me process more junk here. Let's keep going. I'm going to do the computers, and I'll show you just some of my cards. I'm just going to take out the boards only. I'm not taking no hard drives apart or nothing, or no floppies. So I'll just take the main board out, just put the metal here just so I can clean my yard a little better. And figure what metal I'm going to take to 2 different locations. I'll go to the Asians, and I'll go to the Snitzer. 2 locations I'm going to go to. Okay, there's bicycle tires there. I'll make a load of garbage so I can take it to work tomorrow and dump it. Okay, let's continue this big gold adventure.